Deep within a sunny forest nestled between tall trees and blossoming flowers stood a charming little cottage. This was the home of the three bears, Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and their little cub, Baby Bear. Papa Bear was big and strong, with thick brown fur. Mama Bear was kind and gentle, with soft golden fur. Baby Bear, the smallest of them all, had curly, honey-colored fur. The bears loved their cozy home. Every morning, Mama Bear would whip up a delicious breakfast of porridge. Papa Bear would chop wood and tidy up the garden. Baby Bear would play hide-and-seek amongst the trees, his laughter echoing through the woods. Their home was always filled with warmth, laughter, and the sweet smell of honey. One beautiful morning, the sun streamed through the kitchen window, painting golden stripes on the wooden floor. The aroma of freshly cooked porridge filled the air, beckoning the bears to the breakfast table. It was a perfect start to the day.
Let's go for a walk in the woods today. The weather is simply glorious.
The bear family decided to take a leisurely stroll through the woods. They wanted to let their breakfast settle before they enjoyed their usual morning swim in the crystal-clear lake nearby. It was a family tradition, a way to spend quality time together amidst the beauty of nature. Little did they know that their peaceful morning was about to take an unexpected turn. Holding paws, the three bears ambled through the woods, their happy voices blending with the chirping of the birds. The sun peeked through the leaves, casting playful shadows on the forest floor. Life was good, and the bears were content. As the bears strolled deeper into the woods, a young girl with golden curls was skipping along a winding path. Her name was Goldilocks, and she was known for her insatiable curiosity and her love for adventure. Goldilocks, lost in her thoughts and humming a merry tune, stumbled upon the bears' cozy cottage. The door was slightly ajar, a gentle breeze rustling the curtains. Curiosity twinkled in her bright blue eyes. She had never seen this cottage before. Without hesitation, Goldilocks pushed the door open and peeked inside. The aroma of porridge wafted towards her, making her tummy rumble. She wondered who could possibly live in such a charming little abode. Taking a deep breath, Goldilocks stepped inside the empty house. The cottage was quiet, sunlight streaming through the windows, illuminating the cozy interior. Goldilocks, her curiosity piqued, decided to take a closer look around. Little did she know that her innocent exploration would lead to a series of unexpected events. The first thing that caught Goldilocks' eye was the table set for three. 3 bowls of steaming porridge sat invitingly, each with a spoon placed neatly beside it. Goldilocks was famished. She decided to try a little bit of each.
Ouch, this porridge is too hot.
Next, she tasted Mama Bear's porridge. She made a face and pushed the bowl away slightly.
Bruh, this porridge is too cold.
Finally, she dipped her spoon into Baby Bear's bowl. The porridge was the perfect temperature, warm, creamy, and absolutely delicious. Goldilocks, unable to resist, gobbled down the entire bowl. With her tummy happily full, Goldilocks decided to explore the rest of the cottage. Her eyes sparkled with childish wonder as she took in the charming details of the bear's humble abode. Her curiosity, however, was far from satisfied. The adventure was just beginning.
After finishing Baby Bear's porridge, Goldilocks wandered into the living room. She saw 3 chairs arranged around the fireplace. There was a large, sturdy chair, a smaller rocking chair, and a tiny wooden chair. Intrigued, Goldilocks decided to try out each chair. She climbed onto the large chair, but it was too high for her. She tumbled down with a soft thud. Next, she tried the rocking chair. It was the perfect height, but she rocked back too far and nearly toppled over. Goldilocks giggled at her clumsiness. Finally, she spotted the tiny wooden chair. It looked so cute and inviting. Goldilocks settled into the small chair, sighing with contentment. But alas, the chair was not meant to bear her weight. With a loud crack, the chair legs gave way, sending Goldilocks tumbling onto the floor. A little shaken but still full of energy, Goldilocks decided to explore upstairs. She climbed the stairs and found herself in a room with 3 beds. There was a large bed, a medium-sized bed, and a tiny bed, each covered with a cozy-looking quilt. Goldilocks, feeling a little drowsy after her adventurous morning, decided to try out the beds. She climbed onto the large bed, but it was too hard. She tossed and turned, unable to find a comfortable position. Next, she tried the medium-sized bed. It was too soft and she sank right into the middle. Goldilocks, determined to find the perfect bed, hopped off and headed towards the smallest one. The tiny bed looked so inviting, with its fluffy pillow and soft covers. Goldilocks snuggled under the quilt and closed her eyes. It was absolutely perfect. The bed was just the right size, not too hard and not too soft. Within minutes, she was fast asleep, her golden curls spread across the pillow.
Little did Goldilocks know that the owners of the cottage were on their way back home, their hearts filled with the warmth of their morning outing. The stage was set for an unexpected encounter, one that would teach Goldilocks a valuable lesson about boundaries and respect for others. The sun was beginning to dip below the trees, casting long shadows across the forest floor, as the three bears made their way back to their cozy cottage. Their walk and their swim had been refreshing, and they were looking forward to a relaxing evening by the fire.
As they approached their home, Papa Bear noticed that the front door was slightly ajar. "That's odd," he grumbled, his bushy eyebrows furrowing in concern. "I'm sure I closed the door properly before we left."
Perhaps the wind blew it open, suggested Mama Bear, trying to ease her husband's worries. It's been a breezy day.
Baby Bear, trailing behind his parents, skipped ahead, eager to get inside and play with his favorite toy. "Let's go inside," he chirped, oblivious to his parents' concerns.
Little did the bears know that an unexpected surprise awaited them inside their humble abode. Papa Bear, still feeling a little uneasy, cautiously pushed open the door and stepped inside. He was immediately greeted by a strange sight. His chair, the large, sturdy one that he loved to relax in after a long day, was pulled away from the fireplace. It looked out of place, as if someone had been sitting in it.
"That's strange. My chair seems to have been moved."
He walked over to the table and noticed that his bowl of porridge was almost empty. Only a few drops of the now cold porridge remained at the bottom.
"And who has been eating my porridge?"
Papa Bear roared, his loud voice shaking the walls. Mama Bear and Baby Bear, startled by Papa Bear's outburst, rushed into the living room, their eyes wide with concern. They had never heard Papa Bear sound so upset before. Something was definitely amiss. Mama Bear, her gentle nature taking over, placed a paw on Papa Bear's arm and tried to calm him down.
Now, dear, let's not jump to conclusions. Perhaps you simply forgot to finish your porridge this morning.
She then noticed that her chair, the rocking chair that she loved to sit in while knitting, was also out of place. It was tilted at an odd angle, as if someone had been rocking in it quite vigorously.
That's peculiar. My rocking chair seems to have been disturbed as well.
She then turned her attention to the table and saw that her bowl of porridge was half empty.
And someone has been eating my porridge too.
The mystery was deepening, and a sense of unease settled over the bear family. Who could have entered their home while they were away? And what had become of their missing porridge? Baby Bear, too young to understand what was happening, just wanted to eat his porridge and play. He scampered over to the table, his little tummy rumbling with hunger. But what he saw next made his eyes well up with tears. His chair, the tiny wooden chair that Papa Bear had made especially for him, was broken into pieces. It lay in a pile on the floor beyond repair.
My chair, someone has broken my chair!"
Baby Bear then looked at his bowl of porridge, his favorite part of breakfast. But to his dismay, the bowl was completely empty. Not a single drop of porridge remained.
"And someone has eaten all my porridge. It's all gone."
The bears were horrified. Someone had not only entered their home and eaten their food, but had also broken Baby Bear's beloved chair. This was no laughing matter. They had to get to the bottom of this. Following the trail of crumbs and a misplaced spoon, the bears tiptoed upstairs. They peeked into the bedroom and gasped in unison. There, sound asleep in Baby Bear's bed, was a young girl with golden curls. The sight of Goldilocks sleeping in Baby Bear's bed was the final straw.
"Roar!"
Papa Bear let out a roar that shook the entire cottage. Goldilocks woke up with a start, her eyes wide with fear. Scrambling out of bed, she ran past the bears and down the stairs. Goldilocks, her heart pounding, didn't stop running until she reached the edge of the woods. She had never been so scared in her life.
Oh no, what have I done?
As she caught her breath, Goldilocks realized the error of her ways. She had entered someone else's home without permission, eaten their food, broken their furniture, and slept in their bed. It was wrong of her to touch things that didn't belong to her. From that day forward, Goldilocks learned a valuable lesson about respecting other people's property and personal space.